Hello you guys, happy Wednesday. It's actually Thursday when you guys are watching this, so I hope you're having a good Thursday. I didn't vlog anything today just because I've been running around and I feel like you guys have seen me, like the last two vlogs have been like very much like work day at home vlogs. So I figured I could switch it up. I could do something else. So we are going to go see the fall leaves today and I'm so excited. I'm just doing a bit of makeup. Don't judge that the color, you know, we're transitioning from summer to fall, so I always get a little bit unsure of what the coloring is, but for now I think it'll be okay. I'm just using the Charlotte Tilbury Pro, I would say Pro, but flawless filter. So I'm using that. It's kind of an in-between shade for me, but it's a really pretty glow, so I like to use it when I need a little something. I'm not gonna put a ton of makeup on because we're gonna be pretty cozy. Have you decided where you want to go to dinner? We really want to take Mowgli with us, so we want to get some dinner and then drive the Alpine Loop. This is like the last, I mean, I think you can pretty much go until the middle of October, I think, but we are gone this weekend, and then I feel like next week it's not going to be as pretty, so I feel like today's our only day. And when I went to my retreat, it was up in Heber, and even just the little bits of fall that I saw was stunning. It was like neon orange, neon yellow, like just so cute. So if you have time this week or this weekend, I feel like you need to do the Alpine Loop, or you need to see the leaves. Like, it's just, that's what's so fun about Utah, is we have that. And I feel like so many people, and me included, I forget and I don't take advantage. So I really wanted to do that. Why are you laughing?
Because you want to hike.
Huh?
You don't even want to hike.
I know, I said the Alpine Loop, that's a drive. So yeah, I know, I don't want to hike today. I just told Sebastian, like, I don't feel like hiking, but we'll have Mowgli, so we'll have to do some walking. But so I realized I haven't really shared much about the women's retreat that I went on. And I was thinking, like, am I gonna do like a whole sit down video where it's just like, I get into it, but honestly, like, I don't know if that would be interesting for people, or if that's even like necessary or something I could even do, because I feel like, I don't know, I would have to go through everything that happened, and that's just not really what I'm gonna make a video about. But I feel like I just keep saying like, oh, I'll share, and then I don't, because I'm like, well, what am I gonna share? But I did just want to, I guess, just talk about how fun it is being on the other side of an experience that makes you uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Like, first off, it was just so fun to meet so many new friends and so many new women, and all of the women were so kind and so nice, and people that I'm still like talking to now. Like, we have our group chats and we have our Marco Polos, and it's just so fun to be connected to people that are both like interested in kind of, I don't know, the same phase of life as you. I mean, we all have totally different phases. Some of us are moms, some of us aren't, some of us are married, some of us aren't, you know what I mean? But it's that like connection of like wanting to better ourselves and better our relationships and family relationships and all of that. So it's really fun to get to connect with people that have those same like goals and just talk about the same things. So that was like my favorite thing, was just being able to meet so many new people. I feel like I've said this a lot with even like some of my friends. Like, sometimes I'll say like, oh, I just hate small talk and I hate blah blah blah, which is like true to a sense, but I feel like sometimes that's so limiting, because you need to have that like small talk initially to be able to get to know people. And I feel like sometimes in like moments like that, where you're in a big group or you're meeting new people, you can get in that mindset of like, ugh, I hate small talk, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do it. But it's like, that's what leads the initial conversation, and that's what gets you to become friends. And I don't know, it's not, I just feel like that's such a blanket statement. Like, nobody really likes small talk, but once you put yourself out, I think it's just like a coping mechanism, or like something to protect yourself of like, nope, I don't want to do the hard thing, I don't want to get to know someone, I don't want to look silly in front of someone, or I don't know, all of that. So it was really nice to just broaden my, I don't know, not horizons, but just put myself out there initially. And then God, there's something going on between us. Bless you, good Lord. And then I think just another thing to touch on is just the experience, like opening myself up to breath work. I know that's something that people do all the time, or maybe it's a new concept to you, but it was very new to me. It was something I didn't want to do. I'm so weird in the way of like, I didn't want to do it. I was very much like, I don't want all of that oxygen in my brain. It almost just felt like you were like hyperventilating, or there's just so many sounds and so many like people breathing around you. Like those things make me so uncomfortable and so nervous. So that was one of the exercises that we did. Was it was like an hour breath work. And I remember when it started, I was like very much so, oh, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna follow the breathing techniques. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just gonna do my own thing and I'll just lay here for an hour. And then it's so funny when you get in a room where people are being so vulnerable and so just open to the experience. It truly does make you want to do that as well. So I found myself like 10 minutes in being like, just naturally doing it and feeling so comfortable to be able to experience it with the other women, because I was like, if they're doing it and they're trusting it, then like, why shouldn't I? There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just me. It's just breath work. Like, I'm not doing anything, you know what I mean? So I was able to really like, I guess surrender. That word just sounds like kind of weird to say, but kind of surrender to the experience. And it was so incredible, you guys. It was so incredible. I have dealt with so much like physical anxiety in my body for so many years, like just forever. And I've talked about it a little bit before, like when I have a headache, it sends me down a spiral, or when I have like a sore throat, it sends me down a spiral. And this breath work, I was so able to come out. I mean, there's so many special and like spiritual moments for me in that breath work, but it was so insane to like be able to physically see or like visualize my anxiety in a way that was like lifted on top of my body, and just to see it in this like ball of energy radiating all over me, and it's taking over my entire body, my entire thoughts, just like consumes my everyday life. And to see it kind of be lifted in that visual way in my mind, and then afterwards, I just felt so free. I felt so light. I had some like encounters that were so special and meaningful to me, of like my dad and my little sister, and just so many things that I wish I could sit down. I mean, you guys are like friends to me, so I feel comfortable sharing, but I wish I could sit down and be able to tell you all like the ins and outs and the details of it. And it was just so, but honestly, like at the end of it, I just felt so light and so free and so comfortable in my body. And that's the first time I've ever felt like that in my whole life. And it was so crazy. It was honestly like the best experience. So that's probably like my biggest takeaway of that weekend. And I think that's kind of what I wanted to share the most of. I know I like sort of word vomited all over you, but it just, I don't know. It was just really cool. And I think if there's any takeaway, it's just to like put yourself in uncomfortable situations, because it will surprise you of how great it feels once you're done, and once you're like, oh my gosh, I was scared to do something, but I just trusted the process. I put myself out there and I'm better because of it. Because that was my biggest takeaway. So, and now I just have like lots of new friends to connect with, and people to connect with, and also like tools. We've just learned so much, and it's been really fun. So coming off of the weekend, I feel like this week has been really nice. I've been in like a really good mood and all of that. I didn't say what bronzer I used, but I used the Chanel bronzer. I never know how to say this, but it's that one. And then for blush, I just did a little bit of the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Joy. So I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spray my face one more time. And then for my lips, I'm gonna do, I don't know where this, oh, this is from Tarte. This is Tarte in Bare Bud. It's their cream lipstick. And then I'm gonna use the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade 006. Just a little bit. And that's it. I think I'm gonna spray. Sometimes I feel like that Rare Beauty blush like goes intense, and sometimes I feel like I can't see it at all. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit of powder blush, because my blush disappears. And then I'm gonna use the Victoria's Secret Tease for a little something something. It is date night after all, I guess. And that's literally all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep my hair like this. Babe, are you ready? Because I am. Uh-oh, I have to check on the boys. That means they're doing something cute. You just want me to get this on the... Excuse me? Do I not get to cuddle? No one invited me.
We're having a tent.
No one invited me to cuddle. That's not very nice. I love you. This is gonna be my lounge outfit for the day. Just a little Free People lounge set.
Oh, babe, he's gonna rip it. He's gonna. No, stop. No, man. He's gonna rip it up, babe.
Okay, no biting, no mice, right?
Hey,
no mice biting.
You can't.
Okay, so we decided that Alpine Loop is an actual long ways away and such a long drive. So we went up Little Cottonwood Canyon, which is still like cute fall mountain vibes. I'm getting what I need for my soul. Oh, to Mowgli. And Mowgli wants to hike. We're not all the way up Little Cottonwood Canyon because it says we can't bring dogs. So we're just in a little neighborhood hike. So we shall see. Can we bring dogs here?
I don't know. I think we can.
Oh yeah, because it's just that trail. We've done that. Didn't we walk that one time?
We have.
Yeah. Try to stop us. We can't because we do anything for our little Bubba. So anyway, a bit of a shift, but we're still gonna see all the fall colors, and that makes me happy. Sebastian just said, "Look at me hiking." I didn't even think we'd hike today, but we did. Feels nice, actually.
You don't like hiking?
No. It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But it is pretty on.
Literally pooping.
Oh my gosh, good we got these. It's nice on trails. No, that's hurtful. It's privacy. Realities. Let's go. This is like the best in the world to be able to dream of these cabins up here by the mountains. Like they're next level. Oh, look at that one up there. Those are so cute. Wow, it's so pretty right now at that sunset. Wow. Mr. Mowgli, he's loving this drive. That silly face.
Look at this house. That's crazy.
Wow. You guys, I just did a whole clip. I wasn't even recording. We got Pretty Bird for dinner, which we love. I really love crinkle fries. I said like a whole thing about them, but all you need to know is I literally love them. Just look how good. I mean, I'm a sucker for cabbage, so if you have like a pickled cabbage or anything, that's also a fave. So this is like the ultimate meal for me.